And welcome to Bakerstreet.coasters, where today we're here at the Alton Towers Resort for their Scarefest. So I'll keep you guys updated. I will go to Tower Street. And please remember to subscribe, smile always. The park hours today are open from 10 till 9 PM, which gives us at least 11 hours in the park. Tower Street looks so much better than any other event they've ever done in the park. You've got the Freaky 7 over there now, and you've got all this facade over here. You've got the pumpkins on the frogs, which we'll go and investigate later on. And then at the back it looks like they're doing stuff for the fireworks this year, which is very good. But also it's got the stage, live entertainment. They've got these facades here. It looks amazing. I cannot wait to see the park at night. This will be this is the first week of opening for Scarefest, and like I said, the park is open from 10 AM till 9 PM. Now that is an amazing thing actually, which Alton Towers do, because we don't see the park enough at night. Like this year they did Alton After Dark, but you know, that really didn't have that effect of night rides, because 9 PM opening times at like midsummer wasn't very good. So you know, we're probably going to see this at night, which is amazing. We've got the amazing audio around and this amazing huge pumpkin over here. It does look amazing. Like I said, better than any other event they've ever put on in the past years. And I've been speaking to Bianca Summit and everything, and you know, I've asked for a lot of stuff around the park to be done. Let's say I have done it, for example, the fog effects and everything. But like I said, this is probably better than what it was like back in 2016 already. Like last year was a bit of a shambles. I had a little bit of an upset last year where Alton Ancestors weren't out. It was raining. There's the fogs over here. But it all looks amazing. And Bianca Summit has done such an amazing job of the park already. It's out of this world. Not even joking, guys. So it looks like the Scarefest logo is back for this year, but better than ever, because firstly it's on the front lawn, and secondly it was got the pumpkins over there. But it's such an amazing photo opportunity, I cannot lie. It looks amazing already, and I keep saying the word amazing. It looks stunning. You can see they've also upgraded quite a lot of the lighting around here, especially with the towers in the back there. Like the towers are all lit up. They've done so much theming, lighting aspects, everything in this park. And you think just quite a few weeks ago there was like this pole up there which had like the little ribbons coming off. No, in fact they've actually done it all up. And you see like the huge lighting over here, like LED balls and everything. It does look amazing. So, some stuff here. Our rides and attractions open from 10 AM onwards. Scare attractions open from at various times from 12 noon onwards. Plan your day, download the Alton Towers app. Now we have got Scare Mazes booked today, and that also means that I can give you my full review. That also means I can give you my full review of the Scare attractions. I can't take you in them, Scare Mazes. So unfortunately, I can tell you now, Hex the Legend of the Towers, what has happened to Hex? Firstly, it was open like Friday, okay, opening day, everything, open at 12 PM. It then broke down 2 days later, so I can't get on it today. And they're just like, that was the one ride we were here for, and it's not even open. And we're just there like, really? No, what actually happened is that a part fell off at the top, and then, you know, they just couldn't operate it anymore. Even though on the app it does say it'll be open from like 12 to 9, so we could see it happening, but apparently not. That's just not how it goes. And also it looks like they've redone everything here, including the hot dog stands, the alcohol stands. Like before we had like Seabury Sam, we had Oktoberfest here, and they've got all the new live entertainment for Scarefest. One game after another game. That's games, we will be doing that later. I didn't do the original, but apparently it's back with better audio, better effects, and just a better layout. It's amazing to see this, I can't lie. One Scare Maze I am really glad that's not back this year is the invitation, because I can tell you now, the invitation was atrocious. Just yes, earphones and everything. And then they're just like, if you took your earphones off inside the experience, you've kind of ruined the whole experience for yourself. So, you know, not the best. Our first ride here is going to be the Smiler, of course. I want to get this one out of the way with first before we go on any other ride. And we may come back to it later on in the night, so, you know, that'll be amazing. Smile always. So just did Oblivion, and now we are on the Smiler. Dun, 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 dun. Absolute, this is a horrid ride. Absolute awful. I'm gonna keep saying absolute because I don't know why. Yes, awful ride with a passion. But you know, we'll get it anyways. Like I said, this ride is atrocious. So many bolts, especially on that corner. Whoever invented that corner where it like inverts back into like 180 degrees is atrocious, because I can tell you now, it's not smooth. If you're planning to go in the Smiley anytime sooner, brace yourself, because some of the ride cars are awful. But apart from that, you know, it's a good concept. I do like the layout of it. It's just the smoothness and how rough it is. It's like, why is it this rough? And the track has seen better days, as always. We've also seen that there's like leaking, it's very damp on the walls. I'm pretty sure this could be a little bit better, but you know, it really is in need for a retrack, and not that, just a repaint overall. But over here, it looks like they've done some sort of repaint, as it does look like here. But they are planning to do the repaint during the winter season, because they've put out tape everywhere to mark where they've got to paint over. But like I said, it has seen its better days. I hate it. And you all know my hate for this ride. So one of the many scare mazes, Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge. So yes, it looks very good so far. I mean, it's the facade. It looks like there will be a queue. They put them in a separate. But it also looks like they've got audio, and it isn't open yet at 1 o'clock. But I cannot wait to see it at night. I cannot wait to see it at all. It's amazing to see. But yes, Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge. I did the original, the return of the Skin Snatchers. So, you know, Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge, cannot wait to see it. And it also adds on very much to the Skin Snatchers story. Yeah, I don't think that. Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge. No eating or drinking, and they always have that sensory stuff here. So as we go deeper into the towers, there is another scare attraction, which scare maze, which I did quite a few years ago now. This is the only one that's been staple put for many years now, and I did it 2 years ago, and that was the Attic, the Terror of the Tower, or Tower of Terror, or whatever it is. So yes, there you go now. I think it follows the same layout as last time in the attic and everything, but there were some aspects, this is when the cars automatically closed, there were some aspects of Emily Alton's dolls, Emily Alton's, Jewel should I say, Jewel the Haunted House Strikes Back in there, Rocking Horse was in there, so it would be very cool to witness this later on. That is a huge shame that Hex's Legend Towers isn't open. However, it will be back open on Tuesday, and it will open next week, which will be like the 19th, the 20th. 19th, 18th. So you know, many of you guys can go and experience it, but for me, I can't go and experience it. It's one of my best rides, best dark rides in the park actually. But still, Cursor Manor tops it at the moment, as you all know. I'm talking about best dark rides, and I've done many videos of these. The Spirit of London at Alton Towers is probably got to be the better dark ride. That's for another vlog, you know. Now there are some other scare mazes. Now, quite a few years ago, I remember this being Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You saw as that layout, they've kind of overpainted it and everything. And then it got changed to the dungeon, and then it was like the there was nothing next to Trick or Treat Town, and now we have this here, Amigos in the Afterlife. Now I kind of feel like this influential thing has come from Coco, from Disney, but this is amazing, I can't lie. Like the overall layout of this, they've done this in like how many months? 4 months, from July, August, September. Yeah, 4 months here, I say. But it looks amazing. They even took out the facade of the dungeon. Hello, Alex.
May I take your order, please?
They even took out the facade of the dungeon. However, they've made it really, really good, and they're putting good overlay on it. And then we've got Trick or Treat Town by Haribo, which we'll be doing later, and we'll be doing Amigos in the Afterlife later. But they both look amazing. And I also love the music. You've got like Barber of Trick Street or something like that, Treat Street. But you know, it is really amazing to see it on the inside, at least. Now, like I said before, could we see the 4D cinema come back, and could this temporary flat ride be wiped out? Because I really do hope that temporary flat ride is wiped out. This area is dead. There's absolutely no one here. Like, this area has been dead from day one. I do not like the overall layout, do not like the overall theming. It should be Cal Cuckoo Land all over again. Like the twirling toadstool should be back, the double carousel, and the 4D cinema, but apparently not. They've made it into some stupid stuff. And I say stupid because I don't like this area. Very unfortunate, sorry guys. So another thing which was new for this year is the sensory space. Now, this sensory space was actually Nina's Science Lab before, and then they've changed it onto this new thing. They've kind of done it at Legoland as well, quite a few months ago now. So it looks very cool. I'm not going in there though. Oh, a bit late. Why me?
Hello.
So you just saw a little clip of the Alton ancestors. And also what we have here. Oblivion. Oh, I'm going to try and guess these. I don't know. Wickerman, Smiler, 13. What is that? What is that? Where's Nemesis? I don't know where Nemesis has gone either. Probably that one's Nemesis. That one's like, I don't know. But you know, it's really cool to see that they are back here for the 2024 season of Scarefest. Because before, we didn't have those pumpkins. They were like gone completely. I'm not quite sure why they were gone, but they were just gone. Pretty sure up for their refurbishment or something like that. Anyways, we are now off to the curse at Alton Manor, and as you can tell, I'm losing my voice already. Please save me. I've literally lost my voice. I have no voice tomorrow, guys. Not a good thing. But it's fine.
What?
Pumpkin has a banana. What?
And Frankenstein.
But yes, here is the facade. Absolutely adore this Scarefest Plaza. The whole Tower Street is absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, pumpkin is a banana. How funny is that? So for the first time this season, we have seen gondolas back up on the Skyride. Now that is very cool to see. Also the other day, they were doing up all of these wheels ready for the 2025 season, this multi-million-pound project. Cannot wait to go back on the Skyride and get all these views of the towers and the gardens itself. This does go from Tower Street to Forbidden Valley to Dolda David Walliams, or whatever that place called is over there. But yes, cannot wait for that. And then look at these now looking at these Patches Trick or Treat Party, 115, 315 and 615. I'm pretty sure Patch is this guy here, as I remember it quite a few years ago now. Phil's Halloween dance party, I don't know who Phil is, 2:15, 4:45 and 7:45. Alton Ancestors at 6 o'clock. Then we have Simbin, which is at 4, 5:30, 7 o'clock and 8:30. Cannot wait for them. I don't know how anyone can go on Mutiny Bay and, you know, go on Battle Galleons, but they do anyways. Just a sort of like different audio here, I think. So now we are off to the Gloomy Wood, or Haunted Hollow as they call it, to go to the Gloomy Wood, which is where the Castle Ultimana is. Now, many of you guys know this is, for me, the best dark ride in the UK. However, there is a thing. The Trumbull Tunnel is not working on this ride. Now that really does bring it down to disadvantage, and that's why I put the Spirit of London at London Madden Toostles a little bit higher than this dark ride. But you know, this is still an amazing dark ride, probably the closest you'll get to Disneyland in the UK, of course. And you know, just features so many different stuff. But I really wish if the Trumbull Tunnel was back on, that feature would be amazing to see. Like, if you don't know what a Trumbull Tunnel is, basically you go through linear. And as you're going through linear, forwards facing, the room around you spins, sphere, whatever it's called, overly, and basically, but it gives quite an illusion, the fact that you're spinning, or the room spinning, or something like that. It's a little bit like Hex, the Legend of the Towers, how that has the Vekoma Madhouse, and how that like spins 360, but you think you're spinning 360, or the room is spinning. No, but you know, I'm not going to give away that element, as not everyone has been on the new Hex. Not even I've been on the new Hex yet, because it's closed. Bianca Summit, sort it out please. But yeah, again, they did say it's going to be back open Tuesday, so you know. Anyways, like I said, going to the Castle Ultimana, going to see what's over at Nemesis 2, as I have heard they've done so much stuff up in Nemesis. Not like I was here like last month, but you know, I will see you after that. I don't know if I've ever picked this up, but there's hands or whatever are claws in the stone truck. It's really cool. See, I would have thought this place would have been a little bit more lit up this year. Apparently I've still got these things, these normal lampposts. But I would have thought this would have been so themed to Castle Ultimana, like down just this street here. It's not really, it's more of a cemetery. But yet again, I see what they do with it. But more of a cemetery into like the queue line of the Castle Ultimana, of course. It is quite nice actually. You know, all that planting and treeing and stuff, which again looks like diseased trees. Anyways, we're off to the Curse at Alton Manor. And I can't wait to see it again at night. 2 years ago we were here at night. Yes, smile always. Now I was here for the opening day of the Curse at Alton Manor. I'm back here again, and it looks amazing. The lighting, every aspect of this place is amazing. And what I do like is how the colour changing at night. Now we were here quite a few years ago, and the colour changing.
Ignore local reports of hearing a little girl playing in the grounds of the house. No
ghost story would haunt your judgment. There's the back of the curse as before. Now unfortunately I cannot film inside here, which is pretty unfortunate, but I can film on my phone. I may put it on my thing. I haven't put it on this video at all. Just came out of the Curse Ultimana, and I can tell you now, there is some stuff in that ride which were a bit weird. For example, the Trumbull Tunnel was not working yet again, like this seriously. And then there's like the hand bit where where Emily comes out as a huge head. She isn't, like, you know, her hand and the lighting isn't back. But you know, it's still an amazing ride. Like I said, best you'll get to Disneyland. And the fact that we have this ride in the UK is a privilege, because, you know, originally they weren't going to put anything in this ride, they were just going to wipe out Jewel completely, but apparently not. They've pulled it all back, which is very, very good to see, and especially when it's linked to something that was in the storyline of Jewel before. So anyways, I don't know what we're doing now. I'm pretty sure we're going to go to Triple Tree Town and then do Amigos in the Afterlife. and then I won't know what's happening after that. We haven't gone down Nemesis, haven't gone down Galactica yet. We haven't looked around Catania Canyon, but yeah, whatever route we're taking, I will definitely show you the whole part later on. Smile always. It's amazing to see the Wicker Man back up and roaring after it's several times of it being closed due to some sort of foreign object or smoke alarms, everything. So you know, it's really good to see back up. Can't wait to get on a ride later on at it. But at the moment we are going to go to Amigos in the Afterlife. That's our first scare attraction, I think. Or is it Trick or Treat Town? I'm not sure. Depends on the folks really. But yes, I cannot wait. And then another thing we have here is burial grounds. Now this has been a staple scare zone for quite a few scare zones, like scare maze, scare zone attraction for a number of years now, and it's got something to do with the Wicker Man. Opening at 5. This closes at 9:30 actually, so we could do this at 9:30. Fair enough. First scare maze of the day will be Trick or Treat Town. Now we do this quite early on because you know we want to get this out of the way with, and then do the later ones later on. But yeah, I've got Trick or Treat Town, and they've got Amigos in the Afterlife to do. But yes, first one will be Trick or Treat Town.
Some of the doors hold surprises and sneaky little tricks, so be prepared. And if you've got the door and can't open, then you should just move on along to the next. Don't forget to give us a 5-star review on TripAdvisor. Trick, and we hope you enjoy your visit to Trick or Treat Town.
This came out of Trick or Treat Town with Haribo. I can tell you now, for an IP, that has probably got to be the best themed thing ever. It was really good, full of actors, got a lot of sweets from it, and it was just laid out really, really well in such a small space. I tell you now, it is really good for smaller families, for anyone with smaller kids, but even though being myself, it was amazing. A lot of jump scares in there, a lot of family treats. It was just amazing layout. Now we are going in Amigos in the Afterlife because that is something we need to do. But yeah, I can tell you now, really, really good reviews from Haribo Trick or Treat. Absolutely amazing. And tell you now, apart from there was a lot of that IP going do. That was a bit concerning because it was like very annoying. It kept going on so many times. So at the start when we went in there, it was like, oh okay, this pre-show was this pre-video was going in like every minute or something like that. And then the next thing you know, is out of nowhere, you had it go on like every single 5 seconds or every second. I'm there just like, not the best. It got really annoying, but you know, you're not queuing there for ages, and it's really good how they manage the timings and everything. We got in there for 1:30. Anyways, we are off to Amigos in the Afterlife. High reviews, very high reviews for Trick or Treat Town with Haribo.
I'll blag you out of the whole year.
I just did Amigos in the Afterlife. Fair enough, that is not the better one. I did like Haribo's, but that was quite good actually for the first year of running. It was very laid out correctly. It had a lot of different elements in there, a lot of different features. A lot of actors were amazing, a lot of interactions with guests. It really did play the part of this new scare attraction. Especially it's good for little ones, for younger ones, because quite a few years ago, like I said, House of Monsters used to be literally right over there. But it's really, really good to see that this is a family-friendly event. So from quite early on actually. And you know, it's just really, really good. Also, like how we've got the fire out, but yeah, like I said, it goes through it plays through the parts really, really well. And the fact that we have that, it just really does bring an inspiration next door to Haribo. Before we only had Haribo. Now we've got Amigos in the Afterlife. It really does play a good part for all family. So I don't know what we're doing next, but I can tell you now, Amigos in the Afterlife, I would well rate it with a passion. If you are going to do something, what my family did was they did the dual combo one, where basically you can get a Trick or Treat and Amigos in the Afterlife in at least an hour or something like that, but it is really well worth it. That is well worth it. So it looks like we are returning to the attic, which I did 2 years ago, and don't think it's changed much. But you know, this is the only one of like the 4 which is like the most scariest. Well, apparently this is the most scariest attraction at the resort. But I'm not sure about Compound actually. They used to use like little pumpkin ratings where basically it used to go, oh, this fear factor, and you used to do it in pumpkins. I don't think they do that anymore. It's outside the attic, but they don't have that. But yeah, apparently this is probably one of the worst scare attractions here. So, you know, starting off with this, presuming I've done it before, it's not going to be that bad. But like I said, for people who haven't, don't try this one first. Don't admire the towers as much anymore because you never actually go inside the towers. But poison sparrows, yeah, because it's really, really nice. I do like this side of the towers actually. You only get to see it when it's like these scare mazes. It's really sad, to be fair. Well, anyways, first maze, the attic. Cannot wait. So I'll give you my full reviews after. We just did the attic. I can tell you now, that was amazing. Even though I've done it before, it wasn't that scary. I mean, it was alright. I mean, basically, there were a lot of elements in there, a lot of scare zones, a lot of actors, and you know, it's just the theming was immaculate. Even though you couldn't see the theming as much, it is immaculate. So I can tell you now, attic is definitely a go-to. However, it is a bit old, and some of the theming in there is a little bit older, if you know what I mean. So basically, it just hasn't changed. I wish they did change it up a little bit more, or made it like something else, like the attic, the kitchen, or something. I don't know. It wouldn't be the same effect. But you know, the attic is still amazing today, and I'm pretty sure it won't be here next year, as it's been there for quite a long, long time. One thing that I have asked Bianca to do is the steam and the smoke effect, and I'm pretty sure she's done it because after many years of us not having smoke effects, after I mentioned something, because this wasn't here in the first Scarefest actually, so I'm not quite sure what's happened, but there was like pumping smoke everywhere, fog effects, like there's just loads of it. So I can't wait to see this at dark, I can't lie. And the fact that all the, to be fair, they advertised it like the towers was lit up at red, but it's actually, what I can see, purple and green, their signature colours. I don't know if that is the same as later on, or it just pumps up red now and then. Anyways, we are off to Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge. I just came out of Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge. I can tell you now, that was amazing. I absolutely adored it. At one point, I literally went into the staff cubby area, and I started following them, and this guy came along and went, I've gone the wrong way. And I was like, oh no. And I was also with creative John Burton, literally the lead creator of most rides, including the Curse of Autumn Manor, Manual Mayhem. He was with the exact same thing as us. That's just amazing, can't lie. But if you're now going to Daz Games, I highly recommend Altonville Mine Tours with a passion. That was so much better than the Skin Snatchers. Altonville Mine Tours, the Skin Snatchers, that was 2 years ago. I did both of them. I can tell you now, Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge has got to be the better version with a passion. It's all got like chainsaws at the end, it's got like swords, it's got spades, it's really, really good. So yes, we're off to Daz Games, trying to see if we can get out and complete all of them. So now it's time to go in Daz Games, Panic Reloaded. I didn't do the original to this, unfortunately. However, I'm going to do this one. I'm not sure what it's like, but I'm pretty sure it's where you've got to literally get out at the quickest time. You've got to find all the stuff, and if not, you get kicked out, basically. But yeah, I can't wait to explore what this thing is. Apparently it's nothing like we've ever seen before. So, it looks like they've got rid of the overhead canopy. I'm there just like, really? We were so hyped up about having this back, you know, having it all here, but apparently not. But it's here for Oktoberfest and it's not here now.
Still you call me, the entrance to the shrine, hammering the nails into a sacred coffin. Oh, me, the power's clandestine. Are you on the square? Are you on the level? Are you ready to swear right here, right now, before the devil? That you're on the square, that you're on the level, that you're ready to stand right here, right now, right here, right now, right here, right now. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. Right here, right now.
Daz Games, and it was not the best at all. Because firstly, it's like a free-for-all, one-round search for clues, and I'm there just like, okay, fine. Everyone's bumping into you, everyone was like racing into you. It's just not the best. Really laid out, really messy as well. I didn't like. Our lighting was really, really good, to be fair. But it's just, you know, if you are going to pay for something like that, I just wouldn't. It's not worth it, to be fair. There's a lot better attractions we've seen. For example, Altonville Mines Halls and the Attic, which was so much better, more laid out, more structured, had more set pieces in it. They were literally gates in the DAS games, and I didn't believe that was pretty cool. But you know, it is what it is. And it's DAS. It's not the best on IP. I mean, even Trick or Treat Haribo was even better than DAS games, and that is saying something, I can't lie. Now we are off to what we've been told to do last, Compound, which is something about the Nemesis younglings, and about them seeking the truth, or that, well, about them taking us in because they believe that we seek the truth. So yeah, you know, the Phalanx team and everything. But I think this is a really good scare maze because firstly it's structured very well because you've got Nemesis younglings before Nemesis, then you've got the Nemesis egg from Nemesis of Terror, and then you go further down into Forbidden Valley and you have Nemesis Reborn, which is like the main attraction around all this thing and how it all started. So you know, the Phalanx is really good. I just don't believe in my hashtag seek the truth all the way. But yes, I'll tell you what it's like after we just did Compound. Tell you now, that was amazing. No, I'm joking. I literally went around saying hashtag seek the truth. Every single actor, you get pushed around in there, you get shoved. It's really, really good. And I tell you now, it really does add a really good storyline to the hashtag seek the truth overall story. Well, I've just said that. But you know, it's absolutely amazing, and it really does play the part of the Nemesis storyline. I'd love to see what they do next. Yet again, we've got 2025 to come up with their new ride. But you know, a Compound, it really isn't for the faint-hearted, and it really does just, like I say, add on to the storyline of Nemesis Reborn. And it's, yeah, it's got some good, amazing prop things in there. It's got some good actors, like really good actors. Even though there was one actor on the outside that had no clue and is only placed there today, so it's like I had to explain to him what hashtag seek the truth was and what his job was meant to be. But you know, it was really good. It's probably one of my best scare mazes yet. Good theming, good aspects, good elements. It has a good background to it. It's just out of this world, and it's really good to see what they have next in store. So the propellers doesn't seem to work here at the Phalanx facility. Don't ask me why. Don't tell me why actually. Anyways, so we are off to my best roller coaster in the UK. We all know what that is. No, not the Smiler, please. No. Nemesis Reborn, of course. Absolutely amazing. I wasn't here for opening day, unfortunately, but I still adore this roller coaster. The last ride I rode, well, the original ride I rode was in the dark. I'll tell you now, that was amazing. I'm not going to ride it in the dark tonight. No, there have been long discussions, and we may be coming back like in half term, and then we'll be doing it full day, unfortunately. However, we are here at Nemesis Reborn, and then we'll do Galactica. We are at Nemesis has Awakened. So, some new construction update on whatever this thing is. I actually don't know. 2025, they put green lights up all over the area. Now, I don't know if I can do this. But yes, there is a QR code there. Now it's Alton Towers, submit the spin. Don't get what that means. I just went on Galactica, amazing ride, really smooth, but you know, some cars aren't smooth. This car that I had was smooth. It's got good lighting on it, but I still think this ride definitely needs a retheme, retrack, maybe something else to it. But it really doesn't fit with the area of Nemesis at the moment. We've got this new ride coming in, which is Phalanx, but you've got this that's just down here, all lively. I really think this needs a really dark theme into it, just to add it up to the whole Nemesis story. Then it will be complete, and they can move on to somewhere else. But unfortunately, that's just not going to happen with the new ride over there. Anyways, I think we're going on Nemesis Reborn now, which is a 15-minute wait. This was a 20-minute wait, but we waited at least 10 minutes, which is pretty good. I mean, Nemesis, Galactica's always one, but you know it's got a high queue time, it's got a low down, it's got quite a high downtime. It's got a low queue time, it's got a low downtime. Due to a 60-minute wait of Nemesis, unfortunately we're not going on it. And that is it for me today. Now, I know I said I would do all the night stuff. However, we are going to do the night stuff during half term because I've got school tomorrow and stuff like that, which is fair enough. And I would say it's alright, but I would wait and leave it a little until they've actually improved it. But I can tell you now, Scarefest is amazing. The whole attraction, the events, the live actors, everything, the mazes, they really do pull it spot on. I can tell you now that for the price of like £40, so what they do is a combination thing, but it's like £50 for non-Merlin pass owners, where basically you can pay £50 for all mazes, including Haribo Trick or Treat and Amigos in the Afterlife, or if you've got a Merlin pass holder like I do, you can get £40 off, but you can get 40 for it for £40. But I can tell you now, it's so worth the money. Except for DAS games. I don't like DAS games, but that's all for suggestion. Many other people do. It's all based on preference, but you know, if you took my preference, I'll say it is amazing. Anyways, like I said, that is it from me. So smile always, and please remember to subscribe. Bye, guys.